Hello Arty Party people. Next stage. I've done a little bit more research. I have thought a little bit about the characters and why I like them. And now what I've done is produce some collages. So I'm not going to sell these. This isn't, for, putting up in my shop. What I'm doing is just kind of practicing and thinking about some ideas and visually thinking about how am I going to recreate these quite ancient female monsters or, female goddesses, but in quite a contemporary style. So for this one, what I've done, I've kept this mouth idea at the back of the head because I really like that. And I just had to play around with some collage. I've added some kind of pictures of women, just found images. They're not my photographs, but I like doing that. I like using other people's photos that I find. I've put in the swirly hair, so it also reminds me a little bit of Medusa or something like that. So, this quite kind of unnerving visualization of a woman. So she's not like a meek, kind of silent sort of girl type. She's actually quite a powerful and interesting woman. I've also added in some colours which I think are kind of working. I really like the orange and the pink. Don't know about this dark green, but I quite like the collage on a circle because I think that sort of makes you think a little bit differently. It's not everything in a box, so I'm really liking that. I've also done a Maman Brigitte. So this one I've used some of my photographs. So this is one of my daughter's friends, but I really like this kind of puffy. It's actually from the fairground, but it looks quite good when it's covering her face. I think it looks quite weird. And then I've included this figure, so this Maman Brigitte voodoo goddess. She's actually, or her sort of back history is that people who came over to America often had these little dolls. So St. Bridget is a really famous saint in Ireland, and they had these little dolls, these little Bridget dolls, and then this is crossed over when people left from Ireland to go to America, and it's actually even gone into kind of the voodoo religion and that culture, which I think is really interesting. So that's why I've included this Celtic cross. I also lived in Ireland for 8 years, and I'm really interested in, I suppose, all the myths and legends from Ireland as well. So I think that's why I'm quite drawn to this one. I like the fact that this, sort of powerful woman has crossed over from one culture into another. I'm liking the gold because I like a bit of glitz. I'm liking the pink and purple. I think out of the two, I'm probably more drawn to this one. But when I work and make collages, I often work in sets. So I never make a piece of work on its own. I always make maybe 3 or 4 pieces at the same time. So this is another one. And this is another Japanese goddess, or sorry, monster that I've been inspired by. And I'm looking at these kind of together and just deciding which bits that I want to maybe develop a little bit more. So my next step, I think, is probably to make some more collages, maybe taking elements of these, which are just sort of experiments, and then seeing if I can kind of make it into a more finished idea, possibly for a print.